So hello. So today we're going to talk about the fact that, that finally Zidane has agreed to seriously consider coming to Manchester United as a new coach. So I know that this is one of the old news, but the news is that Zidane was not sure about coming to Manchester United, for his coaching purposes. He wasn't sure about that. But as of recently, he has finally agreed to come to Manchester United and to become, the coach. He has agreed. But he is still looking into a lot of things, such as when will Solskjaer's contract be terminated, when will Ole be sacked, and several other things like that. He is considering all of these things, and he is the right man. And as Ronaldo has said, Cristiano Ronaldo has also, urged the Manchester United team to go and get Zidane. And this is one of the only ways to keep him happy right now because he's very angry with the board and he's very angry with everybody right now. So this is one of the fresh news I want to tell you that Zidane has finally agreed to give the thought of coming to Manchester United a serious thought, and it's a positive step because previously he did not even agree to come here. He was very reluctant to come here, but Ronaldo and several other players, Varane, they have urged him to join, to come here to help them, And currently Zidane is also currently not employed by any club. He's one of the only good managers who are currently free. So he's one of the only good managers who are currently free. And I think he is one of the right man for this job right now. One of the only very few good managers who are actually, who are right. For example, Ten Hag is managing Ajax, and Tuchel is not gonna leave Chelsea, and Conte is already taken up by Tottenham. Conte was one of the free coaches, one of the very good free managers that was available was taken by, Tottenham. So currently Zidane is the only good option available to Manchester United, and they are trying very hard to get Zidane. Because the board, the board has to gone through the board had to go through several issues, several criticisms in the past to tackle this, and they were criticized and they were said they were undermined as their choice of the manager was not good, and it was really bad, and it didn't make sense, and they chose players who were incompetent, players who were absolutely incompetent in this regard. They were not competent enough, managers who were not competent enough before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Several others came. John Moyes came in, there was Van Gaal, there was Mourinho. So managers were just coming and going. So we need a manager who's stable, who can stay, who's very, very stable. So with all those things in response, I think Zidane would be one of the fantastic options available. One of the best options available right now. And so Manchester United are trying very hard to persuade Zidane. Though previously he was reluctant to come to Manchester United, but now he has given a positive sign. He says that if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is sacked, then he will come to Manchester United. Yes, you've heard that right. Zidane will come here. That's what he has agreed to. He has said, he's giving it but previously he had showed reluctance about coming here, joining here, about joining Manchester United. He had shown a lot of reluctance on this issue. He had shown that he is not interested. But after giving some serious thought and considering the fact that he has the chance to step up on the shoes of Sir Alex Ferguson, who is one of the most reputed and the most legendary coaches of all time, Zidane is giving in a serious thought to come to Manchester United. You've heard that right. You can also get this news from goal.com. It's a good trusted website. You can go there, you can see all their trending issues, and you can read the full article there. Please visit goal.com. And you know, all the news that I give you is around the internet and from authentic places. I don't. And Zidane is considering coming here, but it's still it's gonna take time. It's going to take time, you know. And the board wants Zinedine Zidane because he's one of the only available coaches who can stabilize Manchester United. The Red Devils' devastating defeat to Manchester City and 5-0 defeat to Liverpool was a very, very big blow for Manchester United. So it was a very big blow to everybody. And Ole is a great player. Look, don't get me wrong. He's a good player. He's a great player. He's a legendary player. He's one of the Red Devils. I get it. But a good player isn't always a good. Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't a Manchester United player, or Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't a great player. As a player, he wasn't that famous or that great. But as a coach, he was legendary. So I think Zidane has some of those, some of the legacy of Sir Alex Ferguson. He has that kind of a visionary coaching, you know, just like Sir Alex. He gives me that kind of vibes, in terms that kind of tactical vibe in terms of coaching and all of that stuff. So yeah, I think there's a very good chance that he will be able to fix Manchester United. And you know and that's it. The Norwegian coach, I mean, he hasn't been able to prove himself like that, and he does not have that strategy. He does not have what it takes. you know and if United bring in Zidane, there's a very good chance that United will have a chance of not only winning the Champions League but also winning the FA Cup, the Premiership. They will become very, very strong again, because we know that Zidane and Ronaldo, they are very good. They are almost, they were really, really good. They have a very good bond among them. They share a very good chemistry among them. So I'm quite sure if Manchester United were to get Zidane, then everything, it'll be a game changer. So previously he wasn't interested, but currently, as we are speaking, he's very, very interested to come here. He's very interested to come here. He's very interested to learn all the tactics, understand, the team, and he's ready to take the position of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if Solskjaer was to be sacked. But Zidane has a list of terms and conditions, which he will lay in front of the board maybe very soon. So right now Manchester United are extremely interested in him, because as Zidane is one of the only free coaches available right now. One of the only free coaches, one of the only good free coaches, one of the only world-class coaches or managers who are free right now. The rest of them all are taken. They're taken by clubs, they're taken by everybody else. So they're not available. He's one of the only very few who are actually available right now. And the board, I mean, they're quite concerned and they're scared, because changing a manager regularly, it costs a lot of money, it costs a fortune. You can't just change a manager overnight, it involves millions of dollars, and a lot of these issues are present. So they want to appoint somebody who is certain, it's certain who will give them really good results. For example, Zidane's record is impeccable. He has an absolutely fantastic record. So I think Zidane would be a great replacement for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And the recent news is, as I've been told, Ronaldo has reached out to him, Varane has reached out to him, and several others have reached out to him in order to try and convince him to join Manchester United. And finally Zidane, has said that, he is interested to join Manchester United as the new coach, but provided Ole is sacked and the board agrees to his terms and conditions, his style of play, and does not interfere with his style of playing. Because people are really angry. People are very, very angry at the board. There was also a Glazers out protest very recently, I saw, and it was a big protest. People were screaming Glazers out. They were screaming Ole out and all of that. And I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a great player, but he lacks that fire. For example, when we lose or when we draw, when we play really bad, you still see him smiling, standing there smiling on the end of the, board. And that kind of attitude, it's very harmful for us. I mean, we're the Red Devils. We're supposed to, be, unstoppable. But even Jose Mourinho was better than Ole. Even Mourinho had a lot of anger, anger, and he had a lot of, anger and power and all of those things inside of him. Even he had those things. So Ole out is one of the demands right now, and people even staged a protest where they said, Glazers out and Woodward out and all of that. That the fans are very, very angry, and they have the right to be angry. They have all the right in the world to be angry. But I wanted to keep you updated that Zidane has been Zidane has agreed to come to Manchester United, provided they sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and they fulfill his terms and conditions, and his style of play is not interfered by the board. The board are also very eager to get him because Zidane right now, according to me, is one of the best coaches available right now. And he's one of the best. And he's also available. He's free right now. So before somebody else goes and grabs him, I think this is one of the best opportunities for Manchester United right now. I mean, I know Zidane is worried about all the chaos in the Manchester United club and everything, but he has been convinced by Ronaldo, the likes of Ronaldo, Varane, and all other ex players who are now in Manchester United and others, and by CR9, the original Ronaldo. They were also teammates from Real Madrid, And Ronaldo has suggested to the board strongly, he has literally suggested to them strongly that they should consider bringing in Zidane. I mean, because Ronaldo is one of the best players in the world. He just not only scores goals, he brings in big business. Selling his shirt alone makes the board millions and millions. So he's somebody the board takes very seriously. So he has suggested to them strongly, saying, if they don't do that, then there's a possibility he might exit the club. He might. He's very serious. So the recent news is, as we analyze the article from the Goal, you can read the full article here. Zidane is the right man, and he's finally ready to step up on the shoes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, provided the board does not interfere with him. He agrees with his terms and conditions, and the board has to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer soon. If these things are done, it is very likely United are trying their best to bring in Mr. Zinedine Zidane as the new coach of Manchester United. So I'll be bringing you new news, new latest news. Till then, take care.